spent the last 2 days riding Jenny Morgan's Yamaha XT225 1993 version trail bike, and like to take this opportunity to do a little quick review of this machine.
Stand up and ride. The Cero goes slow enough you can kind of pick your line. Oh boy, as you're moving, but I don't know about this. A little too much ambition there. As I was saying, easier on a small bike. Whew.
Single cylinder, air cooled, electric start only, 18-inch rear, 21-inch front, about 8 inches of travel. Plenty of good ground clearance. But the neat thing about this bike is its low seat height. With its low seat height, you can get both feet flat on the ground, even if you're a short rider like me. This bike's in pretty much stock form, a whopping 17 or so horsepower, aftermarket tank, maybe a little over 3 gallons. Bark busters here. Clark tank. Yeah, it says right there on the fuel cap. And the Dunlop 606 wheels. Other than that, looks pretty box stock with the pipe and everything else. Stock pipe. And at home I got the DR200, and the big advantage that the XT has over the DR200 is its 6-speed transmission as opposed to 5. So that makes this truly capable of freeway speeds, modest freeway speeds. Only 17 horsepower, and the softly sprung suspension, it's a little bit of adventure at highway speeds, but it'll do it. It's capable of doing it. But where this bike really excels at is on the trail. I think she's got a larger tooth rear sprocket on here for more trail type gearing. First gear on this thing is just an absolute crawl. It's the closest thing you can find to a street legal trials bike here in the States. Where this bike really excelled at was right here on the Rubicon trail. Its lightweight and low seat height combination allows you to, well, you can either stand on the pegs and ride trial style through the boulders, or if you got to get to a point where you got to start paddling through the boulders, that's real easy to do with the low seat height. And then finally, if you got to get off the bike and walk it over an obstacle, very easy to do. And then finally, if you're tipped it over, knocked it over, with these handles on the back, very easy to pick up the rear wheel and move it to exactly what line you want to pick up and continue on down the trail. So you can make really good time on a very gnarly trail like the Rubicon with this bike. You're not going that fast anyways to begin with. It's just too damn rugged out there, too rocky. The front brakes, they're pretty weak. The original ABS brakes, as Jenny says, because they won't lock up the front wheel, which is a good thing on the trail, especially for beginners also. You're not going to wash out the front end. If you get stuck on a big steep downhill thing and the front brake won't hold you, just drop the engine into gear, kill the engine, drop it into first gear, and then use the clutch. Release that as you need for the rear brake to help skid it down a mountainside.
Don't think I was supposed to go this way. But we can make a go of it. Leave it in gear and use the Engine is a rear brake. There we go. Here's the trail.
The 1993 Yamaha XT225 Cero, as they're called. Great trail bike. And a potentially entry-level adventure bike with that 6-speed gear. You could load this thing up, and some folks have gone, well, from the Arctic Circle to Tierra del Fuego. Jenny, who was that did that? Lois Price, the world-famous Lois Price. This was her mount to do that fantastic adventure. Check it out.